Good morning, you guys. Happy Wednesday. I am up early, just finished washing up. Time check. I don't have my glasses on. I'm blind as a bat. 4:30 a.m. Listen, you know what I think is underrated? At least it was for me for the longest time. And feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Peace. Peace. To wake up and not be stressed about anything, to not be anxious about anything, to not feel like everything is out of your control. I hated that feeling, you guys. I used to live like that all of the time, working my 9 to 5. Like, I really hated that shit. Like, counting down the hours until it was time to clock in. Oh my gosh, that was definitely, that's why I don't really like to talk about 9 to 5s. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the video where I was saying, like, I was making 9 to 5 videos because that's what y'all wanted to see. Like, you know, the views was high, but honestly, like, talking about 9 to 5s all the time in my experiences, it was very toxic because, like, I really hated my 9 to 5. Like, the way I felt, I was drinking all the time, every day. I was a very heavy drinker, you guys, just to cope with how miserable I was working a 9 to 5. But anyway, back to the point. To be able to wake up now and there's nothing weighing me down. And I'm not sitting here saying that I have everything that I want, because I don't, but I do have everything that I need. And that's something, it takes time to see things that way. It takes time to change your mindset to that. To practice gratitude is priceless. When I started practicing gratitude, when I started listing out everything that I was grateful for and started to think about, well, things could be like this or things could be like that, then you start to appreciate the things that you do have, the things that you are able to do, right? Because some people can't just wake up when they choose or have the freedom to design their schedule how they want to design it. Some people have to be at work by 8 o'clock or whatever that time is. Some people don't have their own place to stay. Some people don't have a car to drive. Some people don't know where the next meal is going to come from. You get what I'm saying? So when you start to look at things like that, like, some people can't walk. Seriously, some people can't walk. Some people have cancer. So when you start to look at your life like that and what could be in a not so good way, you start to realize how grateful and how blessed you really are, right? That's peace. That's peace. For me, being able to wake up and not be stressed about who doesn't like me or who said what about me. That took time. I wasn't always like that, but I am today. I'm at peace. Like, to not be stressed out about, how I'm going to pay my rent. Not saying that I haven't experienced that before, because I have. I've been open about that, but I know that it's always going to work out. That's peace. Even, like, if you don't have everything that you want, to know that you either have everything that you need, or you know that this is just a temporary phase, a temporary storm in your life right now. I consider that peace, because you're not allowing it to weigh you down. You're not allowing it to keep you from sleeping. You're not allowing it to fog your mind, right? I look at peace as not being stressed, not... I'm trying to figure out the best way for me to explain it. It's like, if you've ever suffered from anxiety, then I'm sure you can relate to this. It's like, when I used to have anxiety, there's like this feeling in the pit of my stomach that was just like, I couldn't get rid of it. Like, even if I tried to take deep breaths or go on a walk, like, it was just this feeling in the pit of my stomach that I could just not seem to shake. And I would feel that for a number of reasons. I would feel that, like, right before I would clock in from work. I would feel that if I was getting into an argument with someone. I would feel that if I received some bad news. Like, I would just feel that pit, that feeling in my stomach when things just weren't going right for me. And that feeling wouldn't go away. I might be feeling that for hours or sometimes days. Like, I could not get it to go away. And, I would lose sleep. I wouldn't eat, or sometimes I would overeat. I would drink. Like, I would do what I could to try to get rid of it. But I couldn't get rid of it sometimes. I don't experience that anymore. I don't have that in my stomach anymore. I feel like I have control over my life. Like, I may not be able to control other people. I tell you guys this all the time, but I can control myself. I can control how I react. I can control what I choose to focus my energy and attention on. I can control what I pour into myself. You know, I can control being the best version of myself every single day. I get to control and do what makes me happy, right? Before, I didn't know I had that superpower. We all have that superpower, but a lot of us don't activate it because we don't know, or we don't know how to. But that's what I consider peace. That's peace for me. And, you know, I had to do a lot of counseling to get to that point. I had to really work on myself. I had to face a lot of my demons. I had to realize that I'm where I'm at because of me, not because of anyone else. I had to start taking ownership, taking accountability, which is not always fun, right? Who wants to acknowledge that their life is where it is because of the choices that they've made, or lack thereof, right? But once you do that, once you work through those things, once you recognize what triggers you, once you start to understand why you're triggered by certain things, then you're able to change it. And so that's what I did. And what you guys see today is a reflection of all of the hard work that I've put in, you know, over the past few years of trying to change myself for the better. So I think peace is underrated. I didn't used to know what peace was. I didn't even know that really existed. I just thought that was just a word, a figment of our imagination. No, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And once you get it, you will do anything in your power to hold on to it. When, you know, you start to be around toxic people, you dip. When you start to be around toxic environments, you dip. When you start to be around toxic energy, you dip. Because once you experience peace and how good you feel, how positive you feel, how motivated you feel, how optimistic you feel, you don't want anything to tamper with that. You don't want any parts of anything that's going to take that away from you, because you know how hard it is to get it, and you know what you have to do to maintain it, right? So, you know, I think peace is underrated. If you don't live in peace right now, that doesn't mean you can't. It just takes work, but you can definitely get there. So, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Waking up in peace every single day, or at least most days, is a true blessing. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. All right, you guys, I'm going to take my dog out on his WALK. Can't say the word because then he's going to start acting crazy. I'll see y'all a little bit later.